Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to Truesight TV. I'm Revolution 5, joined solo, just solo, that's all it is, here with Team Unknown playing against Tico Gamers in the American Star League. Of course, it's going to be a pretty great match. They are already into the draft a bit. And let's see how things are going. As Unknown, we'll have a couple of stand-ins, it looks like. I'm not seeing their usual, although I'm assuming the Japanese characters are Kitaro, and I'm assuming someone can let me know about that in the chat, if possible. Anyways, it looks like Tico Gamers have most of theirs. I've been told Greenso is the mid laner for the other Costa Rica team.
Storm Spirit.
Sixpod is, excuse me, who is the stand-in here. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the draft a bit, as it is getting underway here. So we do have Gyrocopter and Spiritbreaker banned out by Unknown. We'll see Queen of Pain and Bloodseeker getting the bans on the other side. Dazzle and Viper being banned out second phase. We got Slark and Anti-Mage being banned out by Tico in the second phase. Leshrac and Lion are going to be their first two pickups, and they did have first picks, so Winter Wyvern and Earthshaker picked in response to that Leshrac. A lot of lockdown for him, but already Unknown picking up a very aggressive strat. 3 supports early on means, generally, that they are not looking to fight too early. That they would, that they're not looking to let the game go on too long. They'll pick up a TA now, probably for their mid lane, who should do okay up against Storm. Not his worst matchup, though, by any means, as she will be able to sort of keep him under control, but the excuse me, the multiple instances of damage coming out from Storm Spirit should be a pretty formidable foe for her, at the very least.
Reserve time.
But of course, we'll see about that, as we will see these two face off. Next year are going to be picked up for Tico Gamers. Now, I do know that QWERTY was famous in Dota 1. Rupture, I believe, told me this last time I cast it with him. That QWERTY's famous in Dota 1 for his late game carry play, his Spectre play, for one thing. And I'm a big fan of the Spectre, not necessarily this patch in general, but definitely overall a pretty big fan of Spectre. So it will be pretty interesting to see what they're going to do with that. Now, Disruptor will actually be their pickup, so this does say, hey, we've got a Leshrac, he is a core. It's probably going to be their safe lane carry, unless they want to run some strange aggressive tri-lane with it, but I see it as more of a safe lane hero in general. I feel like it's better as a hard farmer. And PL is going to be the final ban out from Tico Gamers. A little afraid of that fighting carry, as Anti-Mage can become, as many of us do know. And Slark and Bloodseeker and PL definitely are. In fact, they're not even banning out any supports. Not that they've really had to, simply because of the 3 support pickups from Wyvern and Earthshaker. It'll be a Lycan, though, finally, for Unknown, so looking to push it out. Looking to maybe rat it out a bit as well, which should be pretty interesting indeed. And we'll see about that. One moment here. Okay, that's confusing. Sorry, I just had a strange XSplit thing come up. I was trying to figure out what was going on, but it doesn't appear to be affecting the stream at all. If you guys are having any problems with the stream, please let me know. I'd love to help you solve those and whatnot. Also, a big shout out to all of you in the chat today for tuning in and joining us, or me, or us. I don't know what you'd like to call it here.
10 seconds.
Anyways, hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday afternoon. I know I am excited to be here casting for you guys, so. As it looks like we are going to finally get this show on the road, as they say.
Prepare for battle.
Let me just get things set up here with the camera and whatnot. I do just have me in the broadcast thing. Let's turn off the HUD. Let's turn off those custom announcers, because I know people hate that for whatever reason. As we will be getting things underway. So, until I know otherwise, I'm just going to assume this is Kitaro on the Earthshaker. Which I find strange, since he's going to be off lane, it looks like. Huh. I don't know which one Kitaro is. We have a stand-in who's just blank, which... I don't know. That's very, very frustrating indeed. The blank stand-in. Let me go ahead and turn off edge pan here. We've got Deal on the Lycan. ZZZ will be under Templar Assassin, and we'll have Z-God on the Sand King here.
The battle begins.
Should be a very interesting game. We're going to have Wrath on the side of TG. On the Leshrac, we'll have QWERTY actually down here on the line. If I'm not mistaken, this was their carry player last time they played, but maybe they're making room for their stand-in. Maleta is going to be here on the Disruptor. Pod, or 6-Pod, is probably what's considered the best mid laner in Costa Rica at the moment. He's going to be on the Storm Spirit. We'll have up top Ginsu, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, on the Tusk. Very popular hero this patch, one that I've had very little success with because I'm just bad, but a popular hero nonetheless is. We will have unknown, what I'm assuming once again is Kitaro. I wish these players would have names that I could read. It would be so much better if I could just read their names. Is that too much to ask? Is it really? Wrath actually is not doing too hot in this lineup against TA. I would assume Diabolic Edicts would be something he'd want to have here just to get those charges down, but maybe not going to do it just yet. Maybe going to save that point for a little later. Lycan dominating top lane quite well, as he should up against Tusk. Tusk doesn't have that much to work with up against Lycan, I don't think. As 6-Pod down bot will be continuing to farm up here, but currently Tico Gamers farming very well, actually. Getting a good start, which would be quite nice. Not a lot to hype up here, though, at the moment. There's that point of Diabolic Edict that I thought he might pick up. Right here at the level 3, it's very good for laning against TA. And nice charge of that there, but here comes Z-God rotating around. Nice stun coming out from him, though, as Wrath should be able to get away from this. It's only a level 1 Sand King, so he's not going to have too much trouble. As Sand King has just been stacking up these camps, trying to get up toward his level 2. Well, he's stacked up 3 of them. There's a triple stack right there, and there's a 2 stack over here on the other camp. The hard camp. The other hard camp. Wow, is that hard to say? No, it shouldn't be. So anyways, we will have Earthshaker. He's sitting in Invis here. There's a Soul Ring up on the Storm Spirit as well. But he really doesn't want to pop it because one more right click and he is dead. He will pop the Salve right now, but it's going to get canceled. And what I'm assuming once again is Kitaro. He's probably going to be going down here for first blood. They'll glimpse him back, and he'll walk right into the Remnant. Very nicely played by both Sixpod and Maleta. There. The glimpse back into the Remnant. Not something you see every day, for sure. Something that definitely does a lot for your team there. As up top, Guinsoo in a little bit of trouble. They do have Winter Wyvern, who is very good up against the Tusk in general. Simply because, okay, you're snowballing in. All you do is cold embrace whoever's being snowballed, and generally you're going to be fine. Because they can't do too much to a target that's cold embraced. I mean, they can do burst magic damage with Lesh. They could maybe set up a combo with Disruptor. But for Tusk, it's going to be tough. That's why I do like them picking a lot of burst magic damage alongside the Winter Wyvern. Or against the Winter Wyvern, excuse me. As actually Snowball will come up. Winter Wyvern will be able to heal him up though. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. There's nothing that Guinsoo can do here. And he's going to end up going down in return. So losing his life up here on the safe lane. Or the off lane, excuse me. Not exactly his best thing. ZZZ is going to be going up against Wrath here. Still trying to duke it out. And edging ahead in the lane quite a bit, as you'd expect Templar Assassin to do. Wrath, though, he still only has this 1 point in Diabolic Edict, and that's all he'll really need. Well, I say that, actually. Is it? Okay, this is damage instances greater than 5. Okay, so it will still trigger refraction. Because actually, there is no meld here. This is an interesting choice up against Leshrac, but I think the reason he goes for it is because, or doesn't go for it, rather, is because if he melds, Leshrac's just going to split earth him and pretty much kill him from there on out. You can't really rely on that to save your life as a TA. We'll start throwing down some traps, though, as Leshrac does miss his stomp, but now TA out of mana and starting to take some excess damage here now that that refraction is down. Does have 45 seconds to the next rune, and no bottle charges to work with, but is going to have those phase boots up pretty soon, and we'll be setting some traps at least here.
You're wonderful.
Not that that costs her any mana at all, pretty much. Earthshaker's still struggling to get his soul ring down here. And as far as I know, this isn't Kataro's regular position, which is part of the reason I'm doubting if it's him or not. The other part of the reason is just that I can't read the name. Because it's Japanese, Chinese characters or something. And I am silly gringo. I can't read those. Guinsoo. I just realized that Snowball has eyes. That's creepy. That'll keep you up at night, right? As the smoke gank does come in, Cordia and Maleta going to move in here. They're trying to grab Kotaro if this is indeed him. He'll glimpse back and jump into 6-pod here, and he's dead. Leshrac tries to get there. I believe gets a little bit of XP out of it, but not very much at all, as he will be picking up most of a soul ring here at least. Not all of it, though, surprisingly enough. He's only 40 gold away, which is the other reason I'm quite surprised that he goes ahead and calls it out. Now, ZZZ will see him coming in here. The stomp comes out, but it does not connect, and Wrath just going to be sitting back for now. They fake a TP in, but they're not actually going to go for it. And so now keep in mind, he cannot see this trap here. But he knows it's there. So actually, Z-God is going to be rotating around. They will get one big slow off. They're going to try to charge up another before he can really get the stomp off, though. Sanking there with the Burrow Strike. They will trap him in with a 2-man kinetic field, but it doesn't buy enough time for Lion to get in here and throw down any more damage. Sandking dropping low, but he's not going to end up falling there. And actually, on the back end of that, it looks like TA is going to get the double kill. I'm not 100% sure she still had the double damage there. She is going to play it out very well indeed. And Sanking going to escape with his life and that 1,700 gold. He's level 6 already. And he's going to have a pretty well-timed Blink Dagger. Excuse me. Leshrac just handing a bottle charge off to Lion before he'll head to bot. Looks like Earthshaker's trying to get this rune, but Cordy should be able to grab it. If he can stun TA here, yeah, he's going to try to get it. But actually, it looks like TA will end up grabbing it. Nice kinetic field here, but there's no real follow-up. And that's part of the problem I have with Tico Gamer's lineup. Until Leshrac and Storm Spirit really come online, they're not going to have that extra damage to follow up kinetic field. Now, with Leshrac coming online eventually, kinetic field would be great. But the problem is right now, he's going to get burrow striked, and he's already at half health and dropping quick. The refraction from TA just doing so much work here to take him down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now, POD gonna be in a bit of trouble. He'll be okay, it looks like. Z-God facing off with Maleta, excuse me. He's got a burrow strike available, but there's a TP coming in from Tusk. Does he really want to dive for this? Storm zips a little bit, and he's going to try to run. He'll actually get invis there. Nicely done, but the punch coming through, 30 HP, and he gets taken down by the Disruptor right click. One of the most shameful ways to die in all of Dota. Meanwhile, Cordy, though, getting the runaway from Kitaro. Can he stay away from him in time? 7 seconds to a fissure. And I think Kitaro should be able to get this one. Can Cordy juke it? He can't. Not enough with the creeps coming in there just blocking him off. He's going to end up going down to the Earthshaker here, who, again, we're assuming is Kitaro. Ginso is going to take down the Winter Wyvern up there, who is of unknown name. I guess it's fitting that it's unknown and we got a stand-in who is actually, like, unknown, but not too sure. As they can Roche at pretty much any moment now. They've got a TA. I mean, she's only got two up in the Meld Strike, excuse me, but it's still going to be very fast for them to be able to Roche. With the Lycan as well, I wouldn't be surprised if they were about to smoke up, and they've got Smoke of Deceit dropped now. So you got passing back the bottle, please. He might get thirsty here, but not before he's going to drink the blood of Leshrac there. TA is not a vampire for the record, but looks like Zigot's just going to say, this is my bottle now, and slurp up a charge on his own. As Lycan does have the smoke up here, I don't think they were spotted. Just kidding, they totally were spotted because, yeah, there's a ward right here that they smoked under. Not that there's much that Tico Gamers can do about it right now. In fact, TA is not even in the pit. She's just kind of like, yeah, I'll just sack up this camp. They've probably already seen us, but we're going to Roche so fast that it doesn't really matter anyway. As they will get a triple sack on those Ancients to clear up real quick, and I'll be able to take down Roche, as I was just saying, and it's like, Diesel, I'm assuming he just bought that TP. They'll be giving this Aegis over to TA most surely. Yep. And meanwhile, in the bot lane, the rest of the team actually pushing down a tower. These three, not exactly cores, but Earthshaker becoming quite the core. He's got his Tranquil Soul Ring up and 1,000 in the bank. Sand King already sitting on a Blink Dagger as well as level 7. Very good for him. However, the rat is coming out from Tico Gamers as well. 6-Pod and Maleta pushing out top tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, we're going to see a slight engagement mid, a slow coming out on Tusk here, stun as well from Z-God. That slow going to be rearing up pretty soon, but not before the fissure will come out, and one more hit from ZZZZ will take him down there. 3-0 for the Templar Assassin with 70 last hits, 12 minutes in, and a Deso on top of the FaZe and Aquila. It's going to be very nice for them to have, indeed. However, they're not doing a great job taking out towers, despite the fact that they have a Lycan. In fact, they've already lost 2 and in danger of losing a third, as Sand King and Earthshaker are going to be in here. However, he will be able to TP out in time. Z-God going to throw a Burrow Strike anyway, but not going to accomplish much of anything.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This time around. Meanwhile, Tusk actually taking down the Winter Wyvern there. ZZZ comes in, 2 hits, and Maleta is dead, but he's going to be falling in return here. Leshrac with a stomp down. Nade is going to be popped right now, but here comes Lycan. Is he going to get there in time? He's got that ult form up, and he's going to distract him from TA for a second, but Storm Spirit, he's got his eyes on the Assassin here, but Assassin's got her eye on him as well. He's going to be dropping low. Low on mana indeed. Has a little more for a zip, but it's not going to be enough of a zip. They'll take down 2 more. Tusk going down to the Lycan after he brings down TA. The Wolves trying to grab Storm, but they walk under the tower and get revealed there. They do at least get a tower for their trouble set, so that's going to be very helpful. We're going to see DL on the Lycan. He's got enough for Boots of Travel, or almost enough for a Necronomicon if that's what he's choosing to get here. Spawn zipping forward, looking for Wyvern. Can actually overshoot it just a little bit, but Lion's here. He's got the finger, and they'll be able to take her down with the help of that. There was a Howl coming through, though, and it'll just be to help them try to push out top lane, but not doing too much damage here. CA's still on the sidelines for now. We'll get back up in a moment. And DL continuing to farm with the enemy jungle. There's a blink up on your Earthshaker. They're 14 minutes in. Not a terrible timing for him. Of course, you'd love to see something better. There's an Orchid up on Storm now, which is going to help them out quite a bit against that Winter Wyvern, stopping her and Earthshaker from doing a lot in these fights. DL will get another kill there. Sorry for being a little off on the camera there. TA actually finding a Disruptor on the other side of the map. 14 kills for Unknown at the moment, only 8 for TG.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And we'll see Lycan beginning to tear down towers, as we know him to do. He's got that Necro one, which was substantially buffed this patch. It's very good at the first level now. And it was just okay at the previous first level. As ZZZ will be in a lot of trouble, getting silenced up, but that won't stop him. Echo Slam going to come out onto 2 from the Earthshaker. That's a double kill for him. And ZZZ trying to do enough. Does hit the Frozen Sigil there, but I don't believe that'll actually do enough damage to Tusk. A nice Shards trying to keep him back. But Guinso should be going down here. As another falls here, and it is Ownage with a Blink Dagger up for Templar at the 15-minute mark past Deso. Just does not stop, and Lycan isn't even needed in these fights at the moment. He's going to be upgrading his Necrobook very soon. 16 minutes into the game, having that Necro too. And, well, gets caught by a kinetic field, but he's not too concerned. He can go back and just finish off this tower if he wants. Although he doesn't have a Howl up at the moment. Unknown. They're looking good. Whoops. Sorry about that. Accidentally clicked out of the game as Lion will end up falling here after they've taken down the tower. We've got Pod getting hit by that Wyvern ult. Snowball coming forward though, and Pod gonna get hit, as well as Leshrac taking down Lycan's dominating streak, but the rest of the team is here. They may get one, but they'll get wiped in the process, and that's 5 going down. A double kill for both Sand King and Templar Assassin. And, well, Unknown sitting at about a 12k gold lead, a 14k XP lead. Things ain't looking good.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bot tower gonna be taken down now.
Radiant's bottom tower is
We will see Sand King fall in here. And there's a finger coming out from QWERTY. They will at least hold their racks here for the moment. Jetta can remember they are up against a Lycan and a TA with an early death, so Echo Slam gonna come in from Kitaro and take him down.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just when it looks like TG can find some pickoffs, Unknown says, we don't need all our heroes even. We'll take you down anyway. One hit does a quarter of the Leshrac's health. There'll be a buyback in from the Storm, zipping a long way in. And they'll actually grab the TA. Storm keeps on diving here as TA is surely going down, you would think. She does fall, but there's a buyback coming in, also from the Tusk. Templar Assassin's mega kill streak going over to the Disruptor, who is going to buy his dinosaur some fresh kibble. Oh, nice blink away from Kitaro there, just playing with the guy. Lion is up to his blink, but that's Lycan with a Necro 3, and he's pushing down the top tower. In the meantime, space created, boys. For the Lycan turret. Seagod will end up falling there. Are going to see the Sentry Ward go down as well. Nice D-Ward there. Just lucky, I guess. But Kitaro going to be able to get away from this one. Although Lion does take half of his mana, it looks like. Shadow Amulet coming out from the Wyvern, who's working on Glimmer Cape and just luxury stuff at this point. Because Unknown, they've got this in the bag, they feel. That's how comfortable they are with this game. And I'd say they have a reason to be comforted by that, but they can still lose. We've seen it happen. And Ada's going to be up for TA now. Yasha up on her as well. So she's going to be probably building that into what I would assume is a Manta style, but not 100% sure. QWERTY gonna actually spot Kitaro over here, but he doesn't have backup, so he has to be very careful. These are the Radiant Sentry Wards, so he won't be spotted just yet. However, his Invis is running out relatively soon, about 10 more seconds up on that.
Radiant's middle tower.
Did they just ping him out? No. Okay, that was his own team. I was about to say. There is a ward in their base, though, and that's going to be a pretty big problem. As the silence does come out on Lycan up top, but we're going to keep our eyes on this fight. As Unknown Z-God is getting a big ult off. Leshrack's going to buy back. Disruptor's up in 8 seconds, but is it enough? As meanwhile, Storm Spirit will make it home. It looks like he just TP'd home on that one. Couldn't quite man-fight the Lycan on down, as they are going to try to go for bot racks. A big stun Burrow Strike coming in from Z-God. They will get the Static Storm down on him now. And TA taken down, but her Aegis is going to bring her right back. But she is alone at the moment. Needs to get out. Does have a TP or a blink away. But actually, she will just stick around and threaten him a little. Try to buy some more time for Lycan up top, which she may very well be able to do. And that's a dieback from Leshrac, who still is 800 or 1700 gold away from a Bloodstone. We'll see Storm Spirit coming in right now. The Glimmer Cape, though, saving Templar Assassin. Just the tool of choice up against Storm. In general, QWERTY possibly getting caught out. We're going to see ZZZ take him down. And Maleta. As this TA has just been on fire. There was not too much they could do against it. Don't have great damage over time. And not that much damage once they cut through their refraction. Which basically means in the end, despite 6pod's best efforts, TA is running rampant over this team. 14-2. Just right out the gate. Don't forget, guys, to stick around after this, because in 1 hour from right now, we should have another game coming out. The schedule is really spaced out strange today. So
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Earthshaker will get taken down, but he's just going to buy right back. I mean, he has just enough time to do that at this point, I guess. As he's got a Glimmer Cape as well. There's a snowball in here, but actually Guinso getting caught out by the Winter's Curse. And there's a Divine Rapier up on TA. The Unknown are playing with their food at this point. As Blink Dagger comes out on Lycan, okay. 2 hits to the Leshrac. Gets punched, but doesn't feel it at all. Lion's like, nah, bro. I am not going in on that. No way.
Has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Gee, we'll miss that one. Only because Storm was able to destroy it. Why is he still here? He'll get into the fountain, but so will TA. And she is not scared at all. Just gonna go Scepter up and hang out. You know, I live here now. This is my fountain. Okay, Unknown. Z-God is just invincible. Oh, Disruptor's here. They are home and they're not happy. Get out my fountain, boys. You think you can just play in my yard? Okay. Earthshaker does feed himself to the enemy team. He's reported for intentional feeding, I'm sure. But Unknown, I think, are going to take this one.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
GG. Do end up calling GG. Okay, I thought so. GG, well played, coming out. As we will see Unknown in an hour at 8 o'clock. Guys, until then, I am going to take the stream down. Because, you know, there's nothing going on for the next hour. So, we'll be back in an hour, guys. Stay tuned, and hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I'm SP Revolution 5 for Truesight TV, signing off.